Here we go again. Another shooting last week with a whole new batch of what? Oh, change the channel. Don't start that conspiracy stuff up. Couldn't it ever just be an open and shut case? No, nope. There's always some common smells to these incidents. No one ever listens to the witnesses. Our witnesses aren't the most reliable witnesses. The more witnesses that recount the same story, the higher the percentage of probability. And another thing, they had a person of interest who was at the Sikh temple video in the aftermath that they put out a picture of trying to find, who had a 9/11 tattoo on his arm. They interviewed and cleared him. I was like, what? Really? Mainstream media has been pushing the shooter's 9/11 tattoo on his arm since the beginning. And why is it always the lone gunman? It was a lone gunman. Yeah, I knew it was that lone gunman before they even started an investigation when witnesses say different. Dark Knight shooting, same thing. Underwear bombing, same thing. Oklahoma City bombing, same thing. And on and on and on. Are you saying our government has involvement? Change the channel. And the only thing I'm saying is the obvious. All of these investigations conclude things that they couldn't possibly conclude at the time that they conclude them. What's that mean? Also, this guy was in PSYOPs, psychological operations in the military, psychological operations specialist, which means he did analysis to be able to develop and distribute intelligence used to coerce a population for a desired psychological effect, right? But this guy can't tell the difference between a Sikh and a Muslim, a temple and a mosque. Go figure. Rand Paul granted speaking slot at GOP convention. Sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Ron Paul. Rand Paul. Had to be said. Obama fights ban on indefinite detention of Americans. You don't say. White House has filed an appeal in hopes of reversing a federal judge's ruling that bans the indefinite detention of Americans because attorneys for the president say that they are justified to imprison alleged terrorists without charge. Alleged being without proof. Isn't this the land of the innocent until proven guilty? No. Not anymore. It's the land to do what we say when we say and how we say to do it, but I asked them how fast that they want it done. They, on the other hand, will do what they want when they want and how they want to do it, and no one, I mean no one, but to question them, or you might be a terrorist that can be indefinitely detained. Iran, Syria, Iran, Syria, Iran is closing in on its goal of, tell them, George,
nuclear weapons development program. It could come in the form of a mushroom cloud.
Really? But I thought... listening to these terrorists flap the pie holes about this too long. Their own intelligence analysts this year assessed the same thing that they did back in 2007, and the intelligence finding had concluded that Iran had abandoned its nuclear weapons program years ago. And it's the same story we've heard time and time again throughout our lives to give reason to do what they're gonna do anyhow. And isn't it always a country that is aligned businessly more so with Russia and China? And countries that play ball with the West though can treat their people any way they want to and no one cares. They can chop people's heads off for weed. They can have nukes and not admit it, but everyone knows they got it and everybody's okay with it. They can kill people left and right all day long as they keep feeding the monkey. Syria. What in the world's going on over there? You gotta guess. Both sides are just full-on psyops with fake news on top of that crap we already get anyway. You gotta figure it out for yourself. One thing seems to be unanimous though. Syrian government says that they're fighting terrorists. Rebels say they have been infiltrated by Al-Qaeda. Terrorists. U.S. government says Al-Qaeda is part of the rebellion. Terrorists. They were part of the rebellion in Libya and Egypt. Terrorists. I believe that the U.S. government is guilty of giving support to a terrorist organization by those facts alone. But they wanna tell me I can't have raw milk. I can't have a lemonade stand. Dance in public, collect rainwater, protest except where they tell me I can. Privacy, store food, video certain people, defend my family, can't. Just something to think about in this crazy world where a few really push the limits of even the most brain dead. I'm ChangeDaChannel, and I'm out.